Y'all motherfuckers gonna hear what I really think. If anybody cares, and I don't really care if you care, so give a fuck what you think. Type that shit into the comments. Get all kinds of butthurt and put as many comments down below as you can about how much you hate me. I'll appreciate that. I won't read them, but I'll appreciate that they're there, you know? I might even give it a like. I mean, fuck. You comment on my channel, I'll probably like your comment. I don't give a shit what you say. Normally working on stuff and making crazy projects and shit, but I feel like I just need to talk about what's going on. I'm just some asshole. Feel free to disagree with me. Write about it in the comments section. You guys can have your wars down there. I'll watch. I got popcorn. So here goes nothing, man. So how do you get people to do what you want them to do? If you make people afraid, they'll do things that are against their best interest and for the sake of security. And that's what the government's doing right now. Is just trying to scare everybody. Oh, the big bad Donald Trump's gonna come and steal your soul. And I mean, aliens are real now. The CIA killed Kennedy. Joe Biden works for the Chinese. I mean, like, the unreal is real. Like, it's amazing. I don't know where this country's going, but I'll tell you what. If things don't get corrected real soon, we're probably looking at civil war. Like, there will be a real insurrection, not January 6th bullshit. When you tell people they're not allowed to talk about what's wrong, they begin to yell about what's wrong. And when you stop them from yelling, then you get violent outbursts. And with all the censorship from Facebook, from every social media platform, I mean, let's not limit it to Facebook, every single one, including Twitter, is censoring American speech. You know, the forefathers knew that you would have issues that would need to be worked out, which is why speech was a protected thing. When you begin to censor speech, you sow the seeds of rebellion. Because instead of being able to complain about what's wrong and have your leaders hear you and act on your wishes, you know, having an actual representative in the government, we have nothing. We have senators that are sponsored by corporations, like NASCAR is sponsored by corporations. But at least NASCAR puts the emblem on the car so that you can tell who's paying the bills. I'm telling you, it's got to be a change. Otherwise, America's done. It's a failed experiment. It's kind of sad. When I was a kid, we never had to worry about that. You never had to worry, is America going to continue as a nation? Like, that was never in question. That's the definition of fascism, is where corporations and government work together to control the people. We're in a fascist government. I mean, that's a real thing. Everybody throws that word around. Nobody knows what it means. That's what it means. The government has been bought and paid for by the corporations. I mean, I wish I had that change my mind signed. Yeah, dude, the whole world's gonna head down. When America crashes, when Rome crashed, the rest of the world crashed. Nobody talks about that. Like, when America crashes, the rest of the world's gonna crash. Who can step up and take America's place? Regulating the world currency, providing stability through the world with our armed forces. Most countries are too afraid to start a war because America will be fucking up their ass before they get across the border. Like, military spending is out of control. We spend more than the next 20 countries. It's just fucking unbelievable. We have 890 some bases across the world. Do you know how many countries there are? There are less countries than military bases. Just want to say that. Why do we need a fucking military, or why do we need 6 military bases per foreign country? Like, I'm pretty sure those military bases account for a lot of these third world countries' fucking economies. Like, that's ridiculous. That's just pouring money down the drain. That's censorship. Just bleep it out. Fucking YouTube. Censorship. So, Oliver Anthony put out a song that seems to be striking chord with a lot of people across America. The rich get richer and the poor gets poorer. My 5-year-old said that to me after he listened to that song. He doesn't even say that in the song anywhere. How does a 5-year-old know that the rich get richer and the poor get poorer? Because it's the truth. Kids pick up on truth. I really believe that. They're a lot smarter than most adults give them credit for. The real issue here is they talk about the rich don't pay their fair share. You know, they're not paying enough taxes. Although that is a real issue, I think the real issue, or the heart of the issue, is that the government spends too much fucking money. Do you know that the U.S. military spends more than the next 20 countries combined on military? What the fuck are they defending us from? We're not being invaded by aliens, although maybe we are now. I mean, I don't know. There are people testifying in Congress that they've seen aliens and the government's killing people to keep secrets, but we've been doing that for years. I mean, we fucking live in clown world now. You know, we spend more money to feel safe, and in reality, we're just funding the machine. I think that the only real way to fight back, stop paying taxes. The only time that you can send the message to the people who have the power, and most of those aren't politicians. So when you stop buying their bullshit product, work with Budweiser. Budweiser's dying because they made a choice and picked the wrong side of the culture war. A lot of companies, Target's going down. I think that if the common man stops paying taxes, that would be the Boston Tea Party. Because right now they're spending all of our money and we have zero representation. Have you ever looked at your senators and said, yeah, that guy believes what I believe in, and I believe that that guy is going to fight for what's right for me? You ever meet anybody who said that? Nobody says that. Our senators don't fight for us. Most of these senators spend 60% of their time calling to get donations. Like, it's just, it amazes me. We live in the richest country in the world. Our senators make a couple $100,000 a year. Yet, the average senator leaves office a millionaire. But there's no corruption. There's none of that. I'm sure it's all speaking fees and corporations just giving them money because they believe in what they say. I don't know, if you gave me $80 million, I'd say whatever you wanted me to, too. I guess I can't fault them on that. However, there's a fuck ton more of us than them. And we need to send a lesson, send a message to them, teach them a lesson that they work for us, we don't work for them. And the only way to do that is to hit them in the pocketbook. Stop paying taxes.